Wildfire hits Yangmingshan, trail closed after sensor blaze. THSR train misses stop, 150 plus affected. U.S. Admiral. China's Taiwan drills are war rehearsals. Trump will announce semiconductor tariffs over the next week. Cold winds sweep Beijing, close key sites, disrupt travel. Ailing Bolsonaro leaves Natal hospital for transfer to Brasília. New Zealand rejects rights bill after widespread outrage. Songkran. The world's biggest water fight.
Hello everyone, I'm Oceana. Thank you for joining us on Funday News. It is Tuesday, April 15th, World Art Day, and here are our top stories. In local news, a wildfire broke out near the Xiaoyoukeng Trail in Yangmingshan on the morning of April 14th, possibly caused by an air quality sensor device under a public IoT project. The fire covered about 100 square meters. Firefighters responded with 72 personnel. The trail, parking lot, and bus stop are now closed. Authorities urge the public to stay away. Taiwan high-speed rail train 204 failed to stop at Banqiao Station on the morning of April 14th, affecting over 150 passengers. THSR apologized, launched an investigation, suspended the driver, and will offer a 50% fare refund plus gifts to affected passengers. U.S. Indo-Pacific Commander Admiral Paparo warned that China's recent military drills near Taiwan are not routine exercises but war rehearsals. He said military pressure on Taiwan has surged 300%. A Taiwan conflict could shrink U.S. GDP by 10% and cause 500,000 deaths. He also warned of potential Russian support for China in such a conflict. And in global news, U.S. President Donald Trump emphasized on Sunday that the exemption of smartphones and computers from his administration's reciprocal tariffs on China will be temporary, as he pledged a national security investigation into the semiconductor sector. Trump stated these electronics are just moving into a different tariff bucket. We are taking a look at semiconductors and the whole electronic supply chain in an upcoming national security tariff investigations. The White House has revealed the exclusions from steep reciprocal tariffs on Friday.
Trump's Commerce Secretary, Howard Lutnick, said critical technology products from China, including semiconductors, will soon face separate new duties within 2 months. The exclusions, seen as a relief for tech companies like Apple and Dell that rely on Chinese imports, are expected to be short-lived. Trump's fluctuating tariff decisions last week caused major volatility on Wall Street, with the S&P 500 dropping more than 10% since he took office. Lutnick explained that the new duties would include a special focus type of tariff on smartphones, computers, and other electronics, alongside new sector-specific tariffs targeting semiconductors and pharmaceuticals. These duties would fall outside the reciprocal tariffs, under which levies on Chinese imports were recently raised to 125%.
High winds and the threat of sandstorms on Saturday prompted Beijing to cancel hundreds of flights and close public parks as massive gales felled hundreds of trees, crushing cars and damaging older homes across China's capital. Beijing's 2 major international airports, Beijing Capital and Daxing, canceled 693 flights by 2 p.m., with warnings of more violent weather on the way, especially in the country's north and along coastal areas. More flights and trains are canceled in other parts of China.
Some parts of the country recorded their most powerful winds in more than 75 years, reaching up to 92 miles per hour. In Beijing, the Universal Studios theme park was closed at least through Sunday, and historic sites were also shut down. Football matches and other outdoor events have been suspended. High winds and sandstorms are generated in China's dry north, where the Gobi and Taklamakan deserts are surrounded by grasslands, mountains, and forests. China has fought a decades-long battle to lessen the impact of sandstorms, especially in Beijing, which sits on the edge of an arid region and where such storms can reduce visibility to nearly zero, send sand into buildings and clothing, and cause severe discomfort to the eyes, nose, and ears.
Former Brazilian President Jair Bolsonaro was transferred on Saturday by medical aircraft from northeastern Brazil to the capital Brasília after being hospitalized with abdominal pain a day earlier. His doctors said the pain was caused by a bowel obstruction related to long-term effects of being stabbed in the abdomen in September 2018. Bolsonaro has been in and out of hospitals since the attack at a campaign event before Brazil's 2018 presidential election and underwent several surgeries during his presidency.
He said in a social media post Saturday, "After so many similar episodes over the past few years, I had gotten used to the pain and discomfort. But this time, even the doctors were surprised," adding that a longtime physician told him it was the most serious case since the attack. Bolsonaro also said he would likely undergo another surgery. Earlier on Saturday, doctors at Rio Grande Hospital in the northeastern state of Rio Grande do Norte told journalists he was stable and not in need of emergency surgery, and said further procedures would depend on his recovery. Doctors also said the transfer to Brasília was requested by his family and would happen Saturday afternoon.
A controversial bill seeking to reinterpret New Zealand's founding document, which established the rights of both Maori and non-Maori in the country, has been defeated at its second reading. The Treaty Principles Bill was voted down 112 votes to 11, just days after a government committee recommended that it should not proceed. The proposed legislation sought to legally define the principles of the 1840 Treaty of Waitangi, causing widespread outrage that saw more than 40,000 people take part in a protest outside Parliament last year.
The bill had already been widely expected to fail, with most major political parties committed to voting it down. Members of the right-wing ACT Party, which tabled it, were the only MPs to vote for it at the second reading on Thursday. ACT's leader, David Seymour, has promised to continue campaigning on the issue. He wrote on social media, "I believe this bill, or something like it, will pass one day because there are not good arguments against its contents." In November, tensions were high in Parliament during a debate ahead of the vote. It was the largest response to proposed legislation that the New Zealand Parliament has ever received.
Every year from April 13th to 15th, Thais across the country cool off and celebrate new beginnings with what is arguably the nation's largest and most important festival, Songkran. Tied to the Thai New Year and the end of the annual rice festival season, this celebration is all about purification, honoring elders, and fostering a sense of renewal. However, it is best known among travelers as a ruckus, countrywide splash fest. The director of the Tourism Authority of Thailand emphasized the most famous part of the festival is the massive water fights.
During the three-day festival, scented water is often poured over images of the Buddha to symbolize renewal. It is also common for Thais to wash the hands of their elders and ask for their blessings, splash water on family and friends, and give offerings to temples. Despite being a three-day national holiday, some Thai communities, such as the popular beach resort town of Pattaya, extend the celebration for as many as 10 days. Because April is typically Thailand's hottest month, cooling foods are often on the menu during Songkran. Visitors who find themselves in the country during the festival are more than welcome to join in the festivities.
The answer for last Friday was B, sweeping. The government introduced sweeping reforms to improve the education system. Did you answer correctly? Now let's delve into today's news. Trump will announce semiconductor tariffs over the next week. Number 1, exemption, 免除,赦免. Students with low income may apply for tuition exemption. Number 2, pledge, 保证, 誓言, 承诺. The president pledged to improve public health care. Number 3, reciprocal, 相互的,互惠的. The two countries signed a reciprocal trade agreement. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comments section, and the correct answer will be announced tomorrow. The background of World Art Day can be traced back to its founding organization, the International Association of Art, which began in 1954. The IAA got its start as a partnership agency through UNESCO for the purpose of learning about artistic freedoms as well as associating artists together with UNESCO's work. And that's all for today's Funday News. Be sure to tune into Funday News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join Funday for free. I'm your host, Oceana, and I'll see you next time.